Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the game of the week. Tonight's matchup, the Eagles of Southfield Christian welcoming the battling Bathers of Mount Clemens. Mount Clemens wants to feed their big man and clog up the paint and make sure they work on transition defense. Southfield Christian wants to defend the home court, force outside shots, and take advantage of their depth on the bench. Key players to watch for in tonight's game. For the Bathers, number 1 point guard Darian Downing. And their big man, big talent, Tyreek Bannock. A force in the paint, he can also move the ball around the perimeter, and a big shot blocker. Southfield Christian's going to be led by number 1, Harlan Beverly. And they're do a little bit of everything. Number 21, Bryce Washington. Who's going to come up big? We'll find out next in your Game of the Week.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextstoprex.org.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, set for the opening tip. Our matchup between the Eagles of Southfield Christian and the battling Bathers of Mount Clemens. Mount Clemens controls the tip, 23, Tyreek Bannock. Biggest man on the floor. No doubt Mount Clemens will be looking to work him. Christian comes out man-to-man, forces the early turnover. Eagles always active on defense, always looking to create turmoil, and they are successful at that right off the bat. Drive to the rack by number 1, Harlan Beverly. Goes astray, Mount Clemens recovers. Dejan Humphrey, guarding the point guard for Mount Clemens, blocks it out of bounds. Ends up falling on top of the Mount Clemens player out of bounds. Southfield Christian gets the basketball. Three-point attempt on the way for Washington, no good. Offensive board for Jacob Fergan. His shot blocked and gobbled up by Tyreek Bannock. Bannock, step back jumper from the free throw line, no good. Southfield Christian pushes it up quickly. Beautiful feed down low to Jacob Fergan with the finish. Eagles first on the board here early on. Tough defense. Clemens recovers. Beverly with the near steal. Recovering back, gets called for the reach-in. Any team that plays as aggressively as the Eagles are going to pick up fouls along the way. Call those hustle fouls, nothing wrong with that. Beautiful scoop from Bannock, won't go. Offensive board, 32's Kevin Boyd. Kept it alive for the Bathers. Gets the shot off. Fergan picks up a foul on that. Mount Clemens staying active. Their big man, Tyreek Bannock, showing the full set of skills. Pullback jumper, able to take it to the hole. See if he has success against that tough Eagles defense. Now Mount Clemens pressing full court. Southfield Christian able to break it. Cross-court pass a little too high for Jonathan Sanders to come down with. Gave a good effort. Southfield Christian again, man-to-man, full court. Big contact, no call. Nice little jumper in the middle of the key from Armani Cannon. Triple try, no contact, no call there. Dejan Humphrey with the three-point attempt. Driving the key, count it for Kevin Boyd. Mount Clemens on a nice little run. They push it out to a 6-2 lead here early against Southfield Christian. Southfield Christian head coach says to slow it down. Mount Clemens comes up with a steal and the layup. Mount Clemens finding success early. Head coach Josh Baker wants to slow it down for Southfield Christian, or at least have a little discussion with the refs. Hey fans, you can now watch Cable 15 anywhere you have internet access. Just go to the City of Southfield's website, click on Cable 15, and hit the Cable 15 Live tab. You can watch Cable 15 Live on any device, a tablet, a computer, your phone, it's all there. Cable 15 Live from the City of Southfield website. Southfield Christian in unfamiliar territory, not used to being down by any amount, especially 8-2 here in the early going. See if that timeout can settle them down. Another long cross-court pass. Jonathan Sanders able to come down with it. He was throwing it back in, tipped out by Mount Clemens. Arlen Beverly with the scoop, blocked by Mount Clemens. Almost got it back, tipped out of bounds by Southfield Christian. Mount Clemens with the early hop in their step, jump out to a lead. Nice look underneath. Exchanging hands back and forth. Mount Clemens, another offensive board. Bryce Washington cleaning up for Southfield Christian. Jonathan Sanders going baseline, gets bumped by Mount Clemens. Darian Downing with a foul call. Bryce Washington for three, long. Nice offensive board rejected by Banak. Another three-point attempt, no good. Southfield Christian, another offensive board, back up and in. Dejan Humphrey. A lot of extra effort by the Eagles, keeping that ball alive. Mount Clemens in a hurry. Jalen Landrum throws it out of bounds. A little miscommunication on the Mount Clemens side. Got to give that Eagles defense some credit. Tyreek Banak making his presence felt on both ends. Big defensive board there. Jumper from the corner won't go. Darian Downing picks up another foul, this time going for an offensive board. Coast to coast. Harlan Beverly on the drive. Can't get his shot to go, but he picks up the foul. He'll be shooting two. Southfield Christian, so hard to match up against. Every one of their players can take it to the hole. Smooth stroke on the free throw for Beverly. Ramon Scruggs, number 0, checking in for Southfield Christian. 21, Markel Wright in the game for Mount Clemens. Both free throws good. Southfield Christian scratching their way back. Mount Clemens goes to their big man. Shot blocked by Humphrey. But they bring him up for a foul, too. He got all the ball, but he got a little bit of a knock on the way. Tyreek Bannock. One out of 2 on his free throws, but offensive board for Mount Clemens. Tipped away by Southfield Christian. Coast to coast, 21, Bryce Washington with the flush. Southfield Christian off to the races and making them pay. More tight Southfield Christian defense, near takeaway. Tipped out of bounds, Mount Clemens ball. Bryce Washington just energized his Southfield Christian teammates with that flush. Drive down the lane, shots good by Kevin Boyd. Jacob Fergan, reverse layup, score it, and he's fouled. Southfield Christian starting to click on all cylinders now. Beautiful dish by Scruggs. Fergan with the finish. Tyreek Bannock pulled out. They need to save him for the end of the game. He's got 2 fouls now. In the game, Tyrone Gregory, 24, with the board. Mount Clemens hanging on to a 1-point lead, but Southfield Christian on the way back. Timeout in the action. Make sure you check out our YouTube channel, Southfield Multimedia Services. On our YouTube channel, you can find episodes of all the great shows on Cable 15, like Cable 15 News, Business Matters, The Author's Den, and at Southfield Multimedia Services Sports, you can find the entire archive of games of the week. Basketball, football, wrestling, volleyball, it's all there. Check us out on YouTube at Southfield Multimedia Services. .234 to go here in the first. Mount Clemens jumped out to the early lead. Southfield Christian making a comeback, and as always, it starts with their defense. Turnovers leading to fast break points. Mount Clemens' talented big man Tyreek Bannock had to get pulled out of the game for fouls, and another turnover by Southfield Christian. Up and under layup won't go. Reset, Ramon Scruggs, 3 from the corner. 3 times for the young man checking in here early in the first quarter. Tipped by Christian, recovered by Mount Clemens. Do they have the answer? Their 3-pointer's long. Ball's tipped, recovered by Mount Clemens. The Bathers working hard. Outside jumper, pull up off the backboard. Came in from out of bounds. That's Southfield Christian basketball. A lot of hard work by Mount Clemens. Nothing to show for it on that trip down the floor. Southfield Christian spreading it out against that zone. Triple try on the way. Bounce won't go. Offensive board up and in. Ramon Scruggs, right man at the right place. Great hustle on defense. Southfield Christian Eagles hitting the deck, going after the ball. Substitution for Southfield Christian, number 4, Noah Reeker is in. Recker comes up with a turnover. Pushes it up. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Southfield Christian relentless. Gets it back. Blocked by Mount Clemens. Nice defensive effort. Wildly pushing up the floor. Mount Clemens keeps control. Nice feed. Nice lay-in by Kevin Boyd. Trying to answer the intensity of these Eagles. Beautiful little reverse layup. Kissing it off the glass for Bryce Washington. Another near steal. Eagles turning up the heat on D. Jumper from the corner, no good. This time tipped out of bounds by Mount Clemens. Will the Bathers be able to hang with the Eagles' defensive pressure? Time will tell. Southfield Christian slowing it down, looking for the last shot here in the first quarter. Bryce Washington looking for the three, won't go. Offensive board by Scruggs again, can't get it in. Southfield Christian down early, makes the big comeback and ends up with a 4-point lead here at the end of one. Both these teams working hard underneath on the boards. And actually Scruggs able to pick up a foul on that last play just before the buzzer. All by himself, calmly drops both free throws. Make that a 6-point lead for the Eagles here after 1 quarter of action. Just tremendous ball movement, and as always, the Southfield Christian defense wreaking all kinds of havoc on Mount Clemens. But the Bathers are hanging tough, trying to match the intensity of Southfield Christian. They've been able to finish on some nice lay-ins. Bryce Washington always a factor. Super hustle both ways. How about Bryce with a flush? We'll be right back.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
Second quarter set to begin here at Southfield Christian. Private school in Southfield, Michigan at the corner of Lazar and 12 Mile. Harlan Beverly takes it right to the rack on their first possession. Won't go, but they get it right back. Beautiful tip pass. Dejan Humphrey with the finish, and he's going to the line and one. Southfield Christian's confidence building. Fantastic feed from Ramon Scruggs. Gentlemen are enjoying their success on that play. Old-fashioned three-pointer is good for Dejan Humphrey. Southfield Christian seems to pick up steam with their defense as the game goes. Other teams feel the heat. Mount Clemens, good look at a three-pointer there. Good, nothing but cord for Markel Wright. Mount Clemens staying in that 3-2 zone. Just trying to avoid the drives. Three-pointer on the way. Count it 3 times for Noah Recker. Every one of these Southfield Christian players seems to bring something to the table offensively. Just a matchup nightmare. You don't know who you're going to concentrate on because that leaves somebody open and they can all score. Jonathan Sanders back in for Southfield Christian. Dribble, drive, scoop, no. Up quickly to Bryce Washington. Harlan Beverly saw him, caught him, and Bryce Washington did the rest. Mount Clemens finding it tough going every trip down. Nice look underneath there. Nice finish by Kevin Boyd. Anytime there's a double team, that means somebody's open. That time Mount Clemens found Boyd underneath all by himself. Pass tipped out of bounds by Mount Clemens. Southfield Christian basketball. Eagles have bumped it out to a 9-point lead here in the second quarter. Free throw line jumper, Bryce Washington swishes it from there. Beautiful steal by Noah Record jumping in front, and he finishes his own play. Bryce Washington takes away the inbounds pass. Drive on the way, blocking foul called against Mount Clemens. All of a sudden, Southfield Christian imposing themselves defensively. Tough call on that one. Could have gone either way, but Southfield Christian gets it. Dejan Humphrey at the line. Gets the bounce. Number 3, Jalen Williams in the game for Mount Clemens. Both free throws good. Southfield Christian moving out to double digits and now 15 points ahead of the Bathers from Mount Clemens. Southfield Christian turning up the heat again on defense. Mount Clemens Bathers feeling the heat. Southfield Christian slows it down, runs their half-court offense. No Record shot rejected. Mount Clemens has brought Tyreek Bannock back in the game. Talented big man. They had to sit him down because of fouls. Coach sees this game stretching away from him. Figured he had to get his big kid back in there. Nice dribble drive by Armani Cannon. He's fouled. Jacob Fergan on the block picks up the foul. Southfield Christian, one of the best Class D schools in the state of Michigan. They're going to be looking to make some noise in the playoffs this year. Beautiful finger roll won't go for Harlan Beverly. Kickball by Mount Clemens. Triple try, no good. Tipped and controlled by Mount Clemens. Darian Downing, point guard for Mount Clemens. Pass down low. Score it. Tyreek Bannock. Nice strong move to the basket. Rejected by Mount Clemens. Controlled by Mount Clemens. 3-on-1. 2 points. Nice dish by Tariq Banak. Big man from Mount Clemens doing a little bit of everything. Has to play controlled D's, trying to not pick up any more fouls. Bryce Washington on the drive. Banak on the black. Comes Mount Clemens. Southfield Christian so active on defense, feels like there's more than 5 guys out on the floor. Bryce Washington up high to clean up the glass. Nice high dribble shuffle by Jonathan Sanders. Can't get the layup, but he does get fouled. Again, every one of these Southfield Christian players dangerous on the offensive end. .13 cushion for Southfield Christian. The pace is furious. Clemens looking for an answer. Step back jumper won't go. Bryce Washington again going up high for the rebound. Taking it coast to coast, laying it up no good. Jacob Fergan with the board. His putback goes. Just fundamentally so sound on Southfield Christian. They follow every shot. Great rebounders on both ends of the floor. Kevin Boyd with another basket. Having a good game for Mount Clemens. Noah Wrecker handling on top. Hands off to Sanders. A little shake and bake. Dribble drive in the trees. Once again, he can't get his layup to go, but he's fouled again. He'll be shooting 2 more. Sanders doing a nice job with the long step. Beverly and Humphrey back in for Southfield Christian. Coach Josh Baker just reloading. Again, full court pressure by Southfield Christian. 3-pointer bounces out. Christian there on the boards. Ramon Scruggs back in. 3-pointer on the way in. Good, Harlan Beverly. Off the bench and good from downtown. Mount Clemens feeling defensive heat. Rushed that pass, threw it away. Beverly slow walks it up. Humphrey back to Beverly. Drives, spins, kick out, 3-pointer on the way. Good! 3 more times for Ramon Scruggs. Southfield Christian making Mount Clemens earn every foot of floor they get. Layup no good. Southfield Christian in a hurry. Noah Wrecker's runner won't go. Clemens looking for an answer. 3-pointer hard. They recover. Double team in the corner. Forces a throwaway by Mount Clemens. Over and back. Mount Clemens realizing there's not going to be an easy trip down the floor for them. They're going to have to earn everything they get. Right now, Southfield Christian, too much defense and too much offense for Mount Clemens. We'll see if they can hang. Another three-pointer on the way, no good. Tipped. Nice hustle by number 24, Tyrone Gregory. Able to bounce it off of Southfield Christian. Southfield Christian just so good on the defensive press. Drive managed by Southfield Christian. They're pushing it back in a hurry. A little off-balance layup by Scruggs, no good. Mount Clemens pushing it full court. Southfield Christian able to recover. Nice stop and pop for Armani Cannon. He'll get it to go. Timeout in the action. Southfield Christian big here in the second quarter. They've pushed it out to an 18-point cushion. Fans, Cable 15 Sports covers all of your sports action in football, basketball, swimming, volleyball, baseball, and wrestling. And now you can watch for our new show called Follow the Season. This is a behind-the-scenes look at one of your favorite local teams. You'll get to know the players and the coaches and see what it takes for success in today's high school sports. Follow the Season, coming soon to Cable 15 Sports. Southfield Christian coming out big, pushing the action, and reaping the benefits offensively and defensively. Dejon Humphrey denied on that drive, tipped out of bounds by Mount Clemens. Coming up to the end of the second quarter, Southfield Christian looking to add to their lead here with 9 seconds to go. Inside pass. Found Beverly streaking to the rack, but he couldn't get it to go. Wild three-point attempt won't go. Big second quarter for the Southfield Christian Eagles. Mount Clemens just trying to hang on. Southfield Christian bringing it from each end of the bench and each end of the floor. Working hard on defense and finishing on offense. Inside and out, Ramon Scruggs had a big first half for the Eagles. And Bryce Washington always big time for Southfield Christian. We'll be right back with second half action coming up next.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? Gary, financial aid forms.
Biology homework, G.
Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
All right, second half action ready to go here at Southfield Christian. The Eagles taking on the battling Bathers of Mount Clemens. Southfield Christian successful on every aspect of the game there in the first half. Mount Clemens comes right back with Tyreek Banach, their center. Outstanding player, had a good first half, got in foul trouble, limited his minutes. Southfield Christian strong on the offensive glass. Gave themselves a second chance, no good. Mount Clemens trying to find a way to deal with the double team every time. Nice look down low, nice finish by Jalen Landrum. Tyreek Banach on the assist. Tyreek Banach on the defensive glass. Man having a strong game for Mount Clemens. Nice feed down low. Unable to finish. Here come the Eagles. Nice pop by Harlan Beverly. Mid-range jumper. Southfield Christian's got it all. They can hurt you from downtown. They can take it to the rack. Or they can pull up and hit that mid-range shot. Blocked by Fergan. Second chance, no. Bryce Washington pushing it up the floor for Southfield Christian. Open look in the corner. Scruggs decides against it. Harlan Beverly drives it, scores it. Clemens pushing it back. Offensive board by Banach, no good. Alone on the other end. Jonathan Sanders had the layup, couldn't get it to go. Three-pointer, no. Here comes 21, Bryce Washington. Throwing it down. Steals it, runs the length of the floor, and slams it. Armani Cannon found an open look underneath. He gets 2 for Mount Clemens. Another mid-range look won't go. Jacob Fergan boards it. Keeps it alive. Three-pointer. Good! Bryce Washington. What a weapon. Beautiful steal and layup by Harlan Beverly. Doesn't go. He's fouled. Southfield Christian on a big-time run. Again, it all starts with defense for the Eagles. Steals leading to fast break buckets. Beverly makes first of his 2 free throws. All these triple threat players for Southfield Christian. Just a defensive nightmare. So if you D them up out deep, they'll take it to the rack and burn you short. Alley-oop! Padow! Harlan Beverly up high. What a feed from Bryce Washington. Just when you think you've seen it all, Bryce Washington with the perfect alley-oop to Harlan Beverly. Mount Clemens needs to take a timeout and slow this express down. Hey fans, if you're interested in learning about the Southfield community, how things get decided in your government, every other Monday at 7 p.m. you can watch the Southfield City Council meeting right after your Monday game of the week. 7 p.m. coverage of the City Council meetings are a great way for you to find out what the priorities are for your government and how you can get involved. Just another great service of Cable 15 and Southfield Multimedia Services. Another steal, another dish. Southfield Christian, just tremendous defensive pressure. Washington fouled while he was on the floor, so no shots. Mid-range jumper, score it. Everything working right now for the Southfield Christian Eagles. Double team contact. Harlan Beverly picks up a foul. Noah Recker checks back in for the Eagles. No confusion for Southfield Christian on who was leaving the ball game. When play started, they had 6 players on the floor. Referee appears to be issuing a technical foul to Southfield Christian for too many players on the floor. Tyreek Bannock shooting free throws for Mount Clemens. Josh Baker arguing that the referee had given them a chance to substitute. Coach Baker loses that argument. Bannock makes the second technical free throw. Southfield Christian scoring in bunches. They've pushed it out to a 26-point lead here in the third quarter. And Southfield Christian again on the steal. Broken up by Mount Clemens. Noah Recker to the hole, left-handed, score it. Every one of these Southfield Christian players looking for the steal on the inbounds and the press. And guess what? They cause another turnover. Full court pass, layup, no good. Tyreek Bannock able to board it for Mount Clemens. Dejan Humphrey got his feet tangled up with Darian Downing. Humphrey gets the foul call. Just get a feeling that Southfield Christian is setting up their next steal. Nice look down low. Free throw won't go, but Bannock tips his own shot back in the hole for 2. Pull up three-pointer, no. Big time rebound for Armani Cannon going up high. Triple from the corner, good for Mount Clemens. Timeout in the action. Markel Wright able to score 3 for the Bathers. Southfield Christian still well in control. Fans, you can follow Cable 15 Sports on Twitter to find out when the next game will be covered, the time the games will show, and the scores and highlights. It's all there. Hashtag Cable 15 Sports. Since you're already on Twitter, check out Cable 15 Sports Instagram page and see photos of the game. Twitter and Instagram, 2 more ways to follow the game of the week. Gleaming hardwood here at Southfield Christian High School in Southfield, Michigan. The Eagles turning this into an offensive show. 61 points here in the third quarter. Dribble drive, kick out. Another kick out, 3-pointer on the way, no. Harlan Beverly got his own rebound, tipped out of bounds by Mount Clemens. Southfield Christian doing all the little things right tonight. They miss, they've got guys crashing the boards. And they're not missing very often. Another foul on Mount Clemens. Eagles basketball. Noah Recker, 3-pointer, long. Jumping dribble drive by Dejan Humphrey. He's fouled on the way to the hole. He'll be shooting 2. Good help defense by Mount Clemens. Couldn't help but to foul. Southfield Christian's already spent a lot of time at the free throw line. Humphrey is good on the first. Two Mount Clemens starters, Boyd and Banach, back in for them after taking a short breather. Noah Recker in the right place gets an offensive board for Southfield Christian. A long three-point attempt is good. Dejan Humphrey. Another tip. Near steal by Southfield Christian. Just relentless pressure on that press. Mount Clemens feeling the heat, often rushing their passes. And we'll get it past the mid-court line. Looking to find their big man down low. It's tipped away. Here comes Southfield Christian up ahead. It's good. Noah Recker with the finish. Tyreek Banach tied up by Bryce Washington. Washington gets a foul call. Bryce Washington's older brother Brock now playing basketball at Michigan State. Southfield Christian has produced all kinds of college basketball players over the years. No doubt you're looking at future college basketball players on the floor right now. Three-point play is completed by Armani Cannon. Southfield Christian running their half-court offense. Mount Clemens now going man-to-man. Bryce Washington will pull up. He'll score three from the top. What do you do with Bryce Washington? Deny the three, he'll take you to the hole. Give him an inch, he'll make it. Noah Recker finishes again after a beautiful feed. Southfield Christian can just score in bunches. Jumper in the lane is good for Darian Downing. Beautiful finger roll by number 10, Jonathan Sanders. Mount Clemens. Looks like they might have lost a little bit of steam. Some of these layups are getting easier for Southfield Christian. Bryce Washington with the huge rejection. Mount Clemens recovers. Count the basket for number 32, Kevin Boyd. Mount Clemens still playing basketball, still trying to make a game out of it. Southfield Christian looking good. Nice offensive board there. Tipped away again, another steal. Raymond Scruggs misses the layup. Follow-up no good. Jonathan Sanders gets fouled. Southfield Christian off to the races again. It's a little too hard on those layups, but crashing the glass. Southfield Christian gets rewarded for the effort. Mount Clemens wondering what they have to do. Stolen away. Southfield Christian on the run. Bryce Washington left side, no. Banach gets a rebound for Mount Clemens. Drives it coast to coast. Tipped out of bounds off Mount Clemens. Southfield Christian looking for one last shot here at the end of the third quarter. A lot of contact, no call. And our third quarter comes to an end. Another big offensive show for Southfield Christian. Keeping their pedal to the metal offensively. Bryce Washington inside and out. Mount Clemens working hard, knocking down a few shots here and there. Their big man still playing hard, Tyreek Banak, but defensively, Southfield Christian, too much, too often, and Bryce Washington able to finish like that. Tremendous thunder jam by number 1, Harlan Beverly. Fourth quarter coming up next.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextstoprex.org.
Southfield Christian with the ball to start the fourth quarter. Just pouring it on in the third quarter. They start with a 31-point lead here. 76 points already in 3 quarters of play. Southfield Christian fans wondering. Whew, 3 more for Noah Recker. Southfield Christian wondering if they might approach the century mark. They're already at 79. Mount Clemens looking to get back to respectability. Big man Tyreek Banak, talented player. Jacob Fergan forced to foul him. Mount Clemens in the bonus. He'll be shooting 1-1. Banak makes. Mount Clemens, the battling Bathers. Battling here in the fourth quarter against one of the best Class D teams in the state of Michigan. Southfield Christian Eagles, known for their defense and offense. They're just a fantastic basketball team. Starter still in. Beautiful feed to Noah Recker. He can't finish this time. Southfield Christian, such a threat from three-point land. Loosens things up in the key. Clemens' shot blocked. Goes out of bounds off Southfield Christian. Southfield Christian stays man-to-man as they have the entire ball game. Tipped away, stolen by Southfield Christian. Harlan Beverly underneath finds Dejan Humphrey. Terrific ball movement by Southfield Christian. Tyreek Banak, nice spin move, can't finish. Guess who's going the other way? Badoom! Harlan Beverly with the reverse slam. Bryce Washington, beautiful outlet, and Harlan Beverly does the rest. Bryce Washington rejects the layup. Offensive board scored by Armani Cannon for Mount Clemens. Jacob Fergan with the bump picks up the foul. Southfield Christian bringing in some reserves. Number 33 is, looks like Will Harahan. Scruggs and Sanders back in. Now Clemens going man-to-man. Southfield Christian running a weave. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Layup by Kevin Boyd, blocked by Bryce Washington. He swats it away, but they ring him up for a foul also. Got a little bit of the arm. Clock stopped, 5.5 minutes to go here in the game. Kevin Boyd's had a good game for Mount Clemens. Another substitution for Southfield Christian. Number 2 is Jared Taylor. Boyd too strong on that free throw. Bryce Washington with yet another rebound. Jonathan Sanders feeds. Bryce Washington for 3, no. Another rebound for Banach for Mount Clemens. Nice stop and go, won't go. Ramon Scruggs to Sanders. Jared Taylor with the ball. Fans screaming at him to shoot. Taylor shows some discipline and just runs the offense. Drive and a reverse layup attempt by Sanders, no good, but he's fouled. He'll be shooting some free throws. He'll get a fairly good shot off on the way down, almost got it to go. Sanders good. Southfield Christian, not surprisingly, they're also a good free throw shooting team. Number 15 for Mount Clemens is Darvez Weaver. .33-point ball game. Some young men will be able to get some playing time who don't always see it. Three-pointer is good by Mount Clemens. Tyrone Gregory with the touch from outside. Taylor stops. Short jumper is blocked. Reverse layup won't go for Armani Cannon. Will Harahan with a big board for Southfield Christian. Ramon Scruggs sets up the offense. Harahan sends it back to Sanders. And Bryce Washington back on top. Nice feed to Sanders, streaking to the hole. He finishes. Will Harahan with the assist. Strong move by Banach. He's blocked by Bryce Washington. Back the other way. Layup won't go. Sanders follows. No. Well, Clemens comes up with it. Double teamed. Southfield Christian gets it. Layup is up. No. A lot of hard work for Southfield Christian. No payoff. Runner in the lane. Tipped out. Bryce Washington sends it up ahead to Sanders. He goes for the jam. Can't finish, but he is fouled. Jonathan Sanders going all the way up. And because of the way he was undercut up in the air, number 3, Jalen Williams, Either got the intentional foul call, might have got a tech. Taking the legs out from under somebody when they're way up in the air is a dangerous move. Thankfully, Sanders not hurt on the play. So he first shot his 2 technical fouls. Now he's got his 2 free throws from the foul on the shot. Gets the last one to go. And after the technical, it will also be Southfield Christian basketball. Wrecker back in for Southfield Christian. Also in number 22, Zach Johnson. Just under 3 minutes. Harahan, good. Nice feed from Noah Wrecker. Harahan finishes. Southfield Christian up to 89 points. What a big number in a high school basketball game. Drive by Armani Cannon. He's fouled. Back at the free throw line. Smooth on the first. Jalen Landrum in. Cannon makes both. Bathers up to 56 points themselves. Oftentimes that's enough to win a high school basketball game, but not against Southfield Christian. 3-pointer from the corner is good. Zach Johnson. 3 times from downtown. Southfield Christian up over 90 now. Another drive and a foul called. Armani Cannon will be going back to the free throw line yet again. Mount Clemens with some talented players playing hard. Generally doing all the right things. There's just too much Southfield Christian this evening. Relentless defensively. A few more subs for Southfield Christian seeing the floor. Number 12 is Greg Hines, and number 14, Richard Perry, in the game. Hines comes down with the rebound, but lost it in the scrum. Mount Clemens basketball. 2:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. Also on the floor for Southfield Christian is 23, Carter Adams. And even the Southfield Christian reserves are putting the defensive pressure on. Comes up with a steal. Adams pushing it ahead for Southfield Christian. Drives, shoots, scores! Carter Adams in the game and into the scorebook. Southfield Christian maintaining the defensive pressure. Armani Cannon good again for Mount Clemens. Southfield Christian pushing the ball with a sense of urgency. Dribble drive won't go, but number 22, Zach Johnson, fouled. He'll be shooting free throws. Good looking drive for the young man. Southfield Christian fans looking for that milestone mark. Moans and groans on that missed free throw by Zach Johnson. Gets the second. Clemens still working hard. Drive, no. Board by Southfield Christian. All the way to the hole, number 2, Jared Taylor. His shot blocked by Mount Clemens. Out of bounds, Southfield Christian basketball. Minute 5 to go here in the fourth. Beautiful feed layup and good. Number 12, Greg Hines gets the deuce. Nice pass to him, cutting into the lane. Armani Cannon gets his own rebound. That won't go. Southfield Christian pushing it more. Hines on the layup, went for the dunk, couldn't get it. But there's number 22, Zach Johnson, following it up and in. 99 points scored by Southfield Christian. They keep pouring it on down the stretch. Mount Clemens blocked. Jared Taylor big on defense. Southfield Christian running their half-court offense. Setting up for a final shot. Three-pointer on the way, no. Rebound, Mount Clemens. Hines ties him up. That's the end of the ball game. Southfield Christian settles for 99 points in their huge victory over the battling Bathers of Mount Clemens. A relentless effort, top to bottom, for Southfield Christian. Your top performers, no doubt about it, Armani Cannon for Mount Clemens, working hard the whole night. And Southfield Christian, a highlight reel from start to finish. Beverly, Humphrey, Recker, they all had great games, but is there any doubt? Yet again, our player of the game, number 21, Bryce Washington. Ringing it up offensively with 18 points, but he was a presence everywhere during this ball game. 10 rebounds, 4 assists, beautiful dimes, including that beautiful alley-oop to Harlan Beverly. 4 steals for Bryce Washington, often setting himself up. And 3 blocks. What an awesome all-around ball game from number 21, Bryce Washington for the Eagles of Southfield Christian. What a stat line. What a player. Bryce Washington, your player of the game. Once again, this was a highlight reel from start to finish. Tremendous effort from every player on Southfield Christian, top to bottom. Mount Clemens working hard, but they just did not have enough to answer the offensive onslaught from the Eagles. Try and guard them outside, they'll take you down low. You guard them low, they'll burn you with the threes. Southfield Christian deep. What a pleasure to bring you this Game of the Week. My name, Matt Hervella. We'll be back with you next time for the Game of the Week. Thank you for watching Cable 15 Sports.